The Boston Celtics are going to go back to the NBA Finals, and there's nothing anybody can do about it, including you, Cleveland. Welcome back into the heart of Boston sports. I'm Jay Sanders, and let's start off. The final score tonight, 128-118. The Celtics take out the Portland Trail Blazers, and the score, it's one thing. You win by 10, you're at home, you don't have Jayson Tatum, you don't have Jrue Holiday, but the big thing that I'm looking at is the stat sheet. And you saw the man there, Payton Pritchard. He had a career high this evening, 43 points. And yet he wasn't the oldie 40-piece McNugget tonight. Derrick White, he goes for 40, has the career high in 9 3-pointers. I mean, this team just showed tonight that when its wheels are spinning, nobody is going to stop them. And I know you're trying looking at that. You're saying, Jace, what are you talking about? They only beat the Portland Trail Blazers by 10. Yes, they had 2 40-point scores, but why does it matter? It matters because you didn't have Jayson Tatum. You didn't have your defensive presence in Jrue Holiday. And yet you still went out there. You won by 10. You had 2 players who put together an offensive game that you could only see with Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown in the past. Or ever. In fact, they were the first 2 people to ever score 40 points on the Celtics team in the same night. It's just crazy what this team is able to do, and I think the reason why they are going to go back to the finals, the reason that Cleveland, they may have the better record in the regular season. They may finish off being the highest rated team in the East. But it doesn't matter. They don't have the experience the Celtics have in the playoffs over the past 4 years, much less just last year alone going to the finals. They also don't have a Payton Pritchard. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say this. I know the Cavs fans are going to say, we got Jerome. I don't care. You don't have a 6th man like Payton Pritchard. When your 6th man is scoring 43, you come talk to me. Derrick White also scoring 41. He's, I'm going to say, technically the 3rd starter, 4th starter on our team, scoring 41. And he's known for his defensive presence, putting up 41 points. The Cavs just don't have that. They don't. And it's not going to change today, tomorrow, or ever. The Celtics have that, and the loss that happened just the past week, I understand, wasn't great. But I don't care about that loss. It's the regular season. There's 82 games. Losses like that are going to happen. The one thing I do want to talk about, the defensive presence tonight was not good. And, I mean, you kind of can blame that on a couple things. First off, not having Jrue Holiday, Jayson Tatum not being in there. There's a couple of players, Porzingis, there's just players that you're missing out on in the defensive presence that really didn't exactly go your way. And Shaedon Sharpe scoring 25 points. You have Jabari Walker off the bench scoring 22 and 30 points for Anfernee Simons. It's just not something that should happen. However, again, you were without Jrue Holiday. You were without Jayson Tatum. Kristaps wasn't there. It's things that are easily explainable. What's not explainable is how Payton Pritchard, who's been a 6th man coming off your bench all year long and was on the bench tonight, scored 43 points. That's not explainable. And let's go back to the injury report. Jaylen Brown, yes, he was there, but he was kind of hurt. Jrue Holiday, out. Kristaps Porzingis, out. Payton Pritchard, guess what? Also on the injury report. However, he was available tonight. Jayson Tatum, out. Derrick White, also on the injury report. He was available tonight. That means Derrick White, Payton Pritchard, and Jaylen Brown, who were all technically on the injury report, were available tonight, and they went off. 40 points for Payton Pritchard, 41 for Derrick White, and then 18 points for Jaylen Brown. A double-double from P. Pritch, getting 10 rebounds on top of it. It's just something to look at when you think about this team. And you're thinking, okay, the finals, that's the goal. But I think now it's the expectation. And in a lot of ways, this injury report should speak miles and miles. Jrue Holiday has a right hand injury. He'll be fine by the playoffs. Porzingis was illness. He'll be fine. Jayson, honestly, tonight, I think he would have played if it wasn't the Trailblazers. That's really my opinion. It's just crazy. When you have 2 guys like this, in Derrick White and Payton Pritchard, with 9 3-pointers made from Derrick White, 10 3-pointers made from Payton Pritchard. We know the 3-pointers that this team has been putting up all year long, breaking records, doing stuff that Celtics teams, much alone NBA teams, have never done in the National Basketball Association. It's just something you have to look at and think, okay, this is exactly why the Celtics are going to be NBA Finals from the East side. That's just the way it's going to go, and that's how I see it in the end. Now, I do want to point out this. They're the first duo in Celtics history to score 40-plus points, and that, I think, should speak to a large factor of margins because there's been so many amazing players on this Celtics team. You talk about the time where it was Larry Bird on the same team. You had Bill Russell, John Stockton. Talk about the earlier years, Kevin Garnett, Pierce. I mean, there's so many names that have come through here. And what's funny about this is they're the first duo to score 40 points, and yet they're not even the two top players on this team. The duo that is talked about is Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, and yet you're here with Payton Pritchard and Derrick White thinking, okay, these guys are crazy. These guys are going to be offensive presences for the entire year, and I'm so excited to see what these guys have in store. It's just something of otherworldly that I'm going to watch, I'm going to have fun with, and the best part about it, we're going to get Jrue Holiday back. We're going to get Kristaps Porzingis back, and we're going to get Jayson Tatum back. And it's just going to make this team even more fun to watch. I mean, I have to be honest. I love last year's team. And the years prior, the past 4 years, they've been some of the best Celtics basketball to watch. But this team may be the most fun team I've ever seen in the past 20 years of Celtics because they can do this. They can have Payton Pritchard. They can have freaking just random people go off for 43, 41, Derrick White. It's just makes me so happy, so grateful for this team, and so happy to watch this team grow and grow and grow, and know that the Cavaliers have a very large punch in the face coming in the playoffs, and I truly believe that they might win only 2 games in a series against the Celtics in a postseason game. That's my opinion, and I appreciate you watching. Sorry for the noise in the background, but that does it for the Heart of Boston Sports here. See you later.